Ta-da!
Hello.
Hey guys. So we're sharing this. There's a few people joining still. We give it just a second. Welcome.
Welcome, and please say hi and where you are joining us from.
Great idea.
Yeah, type in the chat. So we're super excited because this was all inspired. Hi, Loria from Georgia. Hey, Ron from Braunfels, Texas. Did I pronounce that correctly? New Braunfels, Texas. Lakeisha, North Carolina. Hey, Lakeisha, so good that you made it. Nakia, hi, you're joining from Tucson, Arizona. Hey, your mother's neighbor.
Tucson.
The non-native. Thank you, Ron. Super.
Awesome.
Who else? Type in the chat while everyone else is joining. And so this webinar, Caroline, hey, Fort Myers, Florida crew, yes. So just so you know, guys, this is a product, like a byproduct of Florida. Okay, I lived there for 3 years, and I know the South Floridian culture, and I loved it, except for clues.
The hair.
The hair combined with the humidity, like bad combo. Hey, Julien from Colorado. Hey, neighbor. Colorado crew here. So nice. I was saying that this was super inspired because we have interviewed our top performing students because they've been doing incredible things. And this gave birth to this webinar that we called literally how our students are getting 3 to 5 and plus qualified client referrals every single week for their home care or home health business without any marketing experience or having to go into facilities because of, you know what. Hey, Magda, so good to have you. So Streamwood, Illinois. Yes.
Aww. You're awesome. You're awesome.
You're awesome, Magda. Thank you.
All right. So shall we jump in here?
Dorcas from Houston, Texas. Ooh, okay. I know one guy here that is fantasizing on moving to Houston, Texas. He's like 2 comments above. It's Julian. He's loving the Houston vibes. So yes, absolutely. Nice. Shall we? Okay. Shall we get in, guys? Shall we get started?
All right. So we're gonna stop sharing and just talk to you.
Yes. Chantavia from, okay, so I can say this in French, Mâcon, Georgia, because we have a Mâcon in France, okay?
Yeah. Well, I think the locals say Macon. I don't know. When so I used to work for a Fortune 100 advertising company, and actually had a branch in Macon.
Oh my goodness! You have managed the facilities of this entire country. Seriously, every time he's on a call, it's like, oh yeah, I manage the facility there. I know people there. Hi, Terry. Is this Emmeline? Terry Emmeline? Or Terry, another Terry? Oh no, I think it's another Terry. I'm confused. I'm so sorry. Hi, Terry. Hi, Terry. Hi, Clara. All right, so let's go.
Guys. All good.
Thank you guys for coming. We are so excited to have you with us. And
so this should be good here. We'll keep the camera up and we can get our notes up.
All right, so Tyler, it looks like we have a super cute bunch of voyeurs that showed up today.
Hey guys. So you're here because we're pulling back the curtain on our top performing students.
So that's right. We have, like I said, interviewed our top performing students who are getting 3 to 5 plus qualified client referrals every week for their non-skilled or skilled home care business.
Yeah, which means they're achieving without any marketing experience or without having to go into facilities because of the pandemic.
I heard someone calling it Pamela Anderson.
What?
Pandemic. Yeah, I know. So good. So you guys are here to learn about their secrets, right?
So if you've struggled with getting home care or home health client referrals consistently in the past, it's not your fault. Okay. let me tell you, we've personally spoken with many home care owners, and we're astounded by the amount of bad marketing advice you guys have had to navigate. It's a lot. For example, there are people who may be really good home care owners and had some success personally, who actually broke through doing things we don't recommend, like door hangers or flyers, and they're now selling this advice because it worked for them in one area.
And as marketing advice.
Right.
So yes, totally concur. I have also been on phone calls and personally spoken, and this is so true. And we've also seen people who have invested in home care packages with home care business consultants, and those packages, and this is no one's fault here, but the thing is, when you don't know what you don't know, you're gonna go and purchase a package, and you think it has the magical piece that is going to bring you clients, but it doesn't. Okay, policies, procedures, and things to get you set up do not include the marketing piece. So they found out that's actually another package altogether.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you may have thought that your lack of background and experience in healthcare and or marketing is a problem. So some of you are joining us with experience here, and some, or a lot, actually without. And hint, it's not actually a problem. Okay.
Or the chief of all complaints this past year, so COVID-19. You can go into facilities and communities, and you can just drop by for a visit, and people are afraid to even look at your candy jars.
Right. Hey, I've heard people putting things in quarantine, like you bring paperwork and then the paperwork goes in quarantine.
Kids in school, they do that.
It's another topic. We want to put your fear to rest, though, because what you're going to learn here today is different.
So what has held you back is, number one, marketing knowledge, or the fact that you didn't know which specific pieces you needed, because you don't need to learn marketing. No. And COVID-19 or the pandemic, or the fact that you thought that the pandemic made things more difficult or impossible.
So if you've thought it just has to be easier than this, you're right. You really are right. And so after this webinar, you'll know exactly how our top performing students are getting 3 to 5 or more, and we'll share some specific examples, qualified client referrals every week, for their home care or home health businesses.
And we say 3 to 5 every week, but one of our students is actually getting 5 qualified referrals every day, and she is saying that she's hiring like crazy now.
Guys, pop in the chat. Who would like that? 5 every day. I mean, would that be an okay problem to have?
And so we're getting to the qualified part. Seriously, if you get 5, if you get 3 every week, it's plenty. Depending, Nakia says yes, it's depending on how many are actually employed by your business or on payroll, but like a few are plenty to get enough revenue.
Yeah, that's right. Having good qualified ones is the key.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, before we get too far in, a couple of housekeeping items.
Can you share the guide?
It's a little more difficult.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so would you please silence your phone, turn off Facebook, Snapchat, Tinder, whatever distractions you have, okay? And if you have, you'll want to have a notebook, okay, to write notes. But seriously, joking about Tinder and Facebook aside, if you're serious about getting qualified client referrals every single week for your business, the next 90 minutes could literally change your life. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And stay tuned, because we do have our bonuses or our presents for those who attended live today. We say they're $4,000 value or more, because we have actually tested it, or others before you tested it, and they literally changed the face of someone's business in the past, getting one full-time private pay client in the day where she used it, and then in the next 10 days she's gotten 4 or 5 other private pay clients. So stay tuned.
Beautiful.
So okay, why should you be listening to us to get advice on how to get 3 to 5 plus qualified home care clients or home health clients every week for your business?
Okay, so simple. If you haven't been around, we're hyper specialized in home care marketing. We are
Dr. Yasmin Sharif
and Tyler Upsall, founders of Home Care Marketing Secrets and the infamous nonstop client referrals program, coaching. What do we call it?
Training coaching program.
Training coaching for home health and home care, home health. Before our coaching program, we ran a done-for-you home care marketing agency. Okay, so we helped a few dozen home care owners with their marketing, helped them grow from 0 to 6 figures and from 6 to 7. Prior to being a home care marketing coach, I was in senior care, been in and around the industry for over 20 years. I remember the school bus would drop me off at my mother's assisted living facility. Okay, I've been a caregiver, firefighter, EMT, marketer, worked for a Fortune 100 marketing company, and I really am doing today what I love.
I saw they ranked number 8 the other day. That company.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So before being a home care marketing coach, I was trained as a computer scientist and researcher. I have worked in French, Japanese, Canadian labs, I guess, and American labs, and in Fortune 500 companies. I've stopped counting them, but 30 plus publications in international conferences and journals, and also over 12 US patents.
It's impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would have a lot to say about like that education, but thank you. I appreciate your appreciation, but I love the hands-on work that we all are doing here. Okay, so much better. I would not trade it for anything. This is why I'm here, because this gives me the sense of purpose, just like you can relate, right? So in 2008, for the anecdote, I don't think I've said that before, I submitted to the European Commission a project to actually work on smart homes to increase the independence and safety of seniors. Okay, and so sounds like a familiar industry, right? And so there was a 20% acceptance rate, and my project was selected. So this was to get a grant to work abroad. But I declined the acceptance to my own application, because that meant that I had to go back to Europe, and I had another offer in Canada, and I just wanted to let all the cards open for me, and I went on with that. And then after that, I went to America, because I did have my eyes set on America. Went in marketing after my corporate life, and then in home care marketing, and then in home care marketing coaching.
Beautiful. So throughout our career as home care marketers, we worked with tiny agencies, okay, and then agencies with 1,600 clients and caregivers, okay. We worked with independently owned agencies, as well as one of the top 5 national home care brands. Worked with agencies with 1 location, multiple locations, home care owners who dreamed of getting their first client, and then those who've been around the block for years and wanted to hit the $1 million mark in revenue.
Type in the chat who's independent here or who's a franchise. Would love to know. And we have things to say about both.
Oh, there's advantages and disadvantages, and we only focus on the advantages.
Nice.
Really, because it's not independent, mostly independent. Actually,
Eureka independent, Michelle independent, Terry independent.
Any franchise. Indy, Ron. Nice.
Hey, Mark, franchise. Okay, Mark, what's the franchise?
If you want to say.
If you want to say, of course. Or we can track you down.
That's not creepy.
Synergy? Oh my goodness. Is it our Mark?
Yes. Nice.
Hi, Mark. Mark is is a client of ours, you guys. But the other, so it's for the done for you agency work. Welcome, Mark. It's so awesome to have you. Super. Okay, mostly independent, with Mark being the exception today. Okay,
Yeah.
so
and possibly some sleepers quietly being with franchises, but not saying hi.
Fort Lauderdale, hi! I was in Fort
Wow,
Lauderdale.
okay.
So cool. Perfect. Okay, so all right, beautiful. So we, like Tyler said, we only focus on the advantage, in both configurations. Okay, and so it's possible to break through with both. And there's one thing that independent really, they have a fantasy when they see a franchise and they're like, oh my goodness, such a big brand. It's still a person who runs the business. Right. And most of the time, they don't get handed the keys of client generation, okay? So they do have things in place, but they're not always very, very efficient, okay? And especially with things changing, like there was COVID hitting, and all of us had to figure it out, all of us. So,
hey, Shay from Colorado Springs.
Yes, hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. So, all right, of course, all of it was going great until COVID hit. And so people started working remotely and then getting paranoid about getting contaminated. Many of our clients actually suspended their campaigns or canceled service altogether. And they also themselves lost clients and hours.
Yeah. Some had just gotten licensed and felt like it was like the worst time, right, to start a home care business because of everything that's been happening. Some invested their entire life savings and felt cornered or crushed with no way to get a return.
Some felt defeated because employment made it harder to find committed caregivers, and staffing issues complicated things even further to get clients. Many felt like they couldn't reach the people who needed their services, or they couldn't do the very thing they started this business for, which is helping people.
What's worse is that these concerns made many people feel like there's nothing they're going to do that works. Okay. They felt lost, mediocre, or even completely inadequate as business owners.
Some told us that they don't feel like they even have a real business. And many felt like a failure, not only in business, but to their families.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know.
This is exactly, okay, we're seeing all of this going on in the home care industry, and this is when we remembered and unearthed a proven approach, actually borrowed from other industries, and we'll talk a bit about it here in a minute, that had incredible results. And
getting people connections fast, okay, without the stress of being annoying, sounding desperate, feeling lost as what to say. Have you felt lost as what to say, as what you should say to a referral source? And most of all, or even on the phone when someone inquires about your services, or most of all, without requiring any marketing experience or tech skills or physical contact.
So we were ultra motivated, right? Because we found this thing that has worked in another industry. We started cranking and adapted it working. Using our knowledge of home care, home health, the healthcare industry, marketing, put it all together and created the nonstop client referral system.
Oh my goodness. There's, psychology, persuasion psychology, there's marketing, copywriting. There was so much put in it. You guys, my mother is here. Salut maman. Maman, il faut regarder ton ordinateur, ok? Parce que tout le monde nous entend. She says she can't hear us. Oh, she can't hear us, so she can't hear my comment.
Oh.
So, all right, let's proceed. So I'm sorry, Mom. So this needed to work because no one knew when the pandemic would be over, and without an adapted method or just a simple marketing system, that meant many home care owners back to square one, back to their soul-crushing day jobs, and draining their entire savings with no measurable or repeatable results. Yeah.
So they're using the little time they had doing things that are not even working well in the first place, let alone after COVID hit. Okay, so wasting months on their way to wasting years, only to fail. Okay, when the people that we're working with applied our new method, the results were astounding.
Fast connections, respect and trust, like really quickly, dinners, tours, client referrals, and more client referrals.
So, for example, our students, Janesh and Pramal, we have a skilled nursing agency.
I need to correct that. Let's double this.
Let's double that. Okay. Been in business for 5 years. Okay. We met back in September.
Okay. So I meant to come back and correct because we had a back and forth. Can I take this one over?
Yeah. Go for it.
So they have started their companionship agency in 2013, I think, but really they had their license in 2019. When we met, they only had 1 or 2 Medicaid clients, okay, super thin margins, and 45 hours per week, okay. That's really strange. You guys, can you see and hear us?
Pop in the chat and see.
Julien says yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I can. Okay.
All right. So, okay, I'm going to proceed. And so, yeah, we met in September of 2020. So still during the pandemic, they had 45 hours weekly, and then a couple clients. And at this point, they have 500 hours per week and a really dialed in system. And Premal actually has even cracked the staffing issue, because they're in New York City. New York City, there are rules that are different everywhere, but they need to hire HHAs, and you can't have CNAs doing HHA work. But she worked around the issue, went to CNA schools, it's amazing. She had CNA schools basically certify CNAs to do HHA work, because after all, it's like less skilled work, right? And she did miracles. And so she's able to have a lot more employees, a lot easier. And every Monday, they have their 2 to 3 VA qualified VA referrals. It's beautiful. It's super elegant. It's beautiful. And it's in record time. We met in September, so that's 6 months, right? Going from 45 to 500 hours. And we are interviewing Premal tomorrow. Beautiful. So it's going to be in the mastermind, but we're going to release the video afterwards. So nice. that's for Premal and Janesh. Okay. Yes, we do help non-medical. So yeah, absolutely, non-skilled and skilled. So Melly started her business in end of 2019, a bit over a year ago, and then she invested tens of thousands of dollars in her business, and she actually was doing great in her insurance industry as an agent.
But she was a great businesswoman.
Absolutely, but felt totally lost when it came to the home care business. She even had doubts about her adequacy. The fact that she didn't have any knowledge in healthcare, was that an issue? But all of this to say, a year passed. We met in December of 2020, so that's really like 4 months ago. And she had 2 clients at that point, after a year, 2 clients. And she started working with us. 10 days after she started working with us, she had about half a dozen calls from referral sources. All the conversations went dreamy. Okay, she had 3 client referrals on the spot, and she closed one of them. She signed up one of them that first week. So we also interviewed her a couple weeks ago, and she was telling us that she's been out for a month because of family emergencies. Almost a month. She came back. Her referral partners are checking in on her. How is it going? Do you need anything? And then she found 7 client referrals on her desk, and she closed 3. Okay, so all right. So there's that. People who are thriving during the pandemic.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby, no.
There's a Rajwa, okay, who'd been licensed for a year and was really holding out, looking for the right help, the coaches that she would resonate with. She looked at a few, and nothing against other coaches. We're friends with other coaches in the industry, but she was looking for the ones that were for her. Okay, we met in May 2020. she had set an intention for 15 clients and to hit the 6-figure mark with that.
Mm-hmm.
So she manifested her 6-figure revenue with one private pay client and his spouse who signed up for 24/7 care.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that amazing? So when everything is on point, it's just everything is so much smoother. And Belinda, our beloved queen, had more experience in the industry. She worked a lot as a caregiver than as an administrator. And she was bringing, and then she started working in marketing. She was averaging 7 clients every month in 2019. Then COVID hit, and then everything had to be learned all over. We met in September of 2020, but she like plowed through our materials. October, that, and obviously the mindset, the vibrations, other conditions, like you name whatever you want. Starting the point where we got together, she started closing 20 plus clients every month consistently.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finally we met Kunjal, September 2020. She has a home health agency that she started from scratch.
I believe she did start from scratch. Yeah, she had. Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm. She's now accredited with Medicare and has 3 to 5 qualified home health client referrals every day. Okay. And has to figure out the staffing piece.
Mm-hmm. So this event is technically not free. It shouldn't have been, but before you fret, hear us out. You're right now investing a critical resource that you can't get back once it is spent. It's the resource that we think is the most valuable. It is time. It is your time. Okay. And so we want to be mindful of your time investment and make extra sure that this is right for you.
Nice. So this webinar is definitely tailored for you, and you should stay if. Okay. So just tune in here for a second. If you are a home care or home health owner.
Oh, hold on. I was just, let me get my other notes because I thought this was the webinar for how to get 3 to 5 plus teeth every day for your tooth fairy business, even when you can't go into senior communities.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. I get the confusion.
Yeah, cool. So here, this is specifically for you, trading notes. If you've been licensed and tried marketing for a year or more and have a handful of clients or less.
Okay. This is for you if you have tried all the marketing approaches you've heard of and you're wondering what you're missing.
This is for you if you thought the pandemic is the worst thing that could have happened to your home care business.
This training is for you if you have no healthcare or marketing background, and if you're wondering if that's actually the issue, which it's not. Okay.
And this is for you if you have invested tens of thousands of dollars on your business and have yet to learn how to efficiently bring your next client or patient.
Okay, so if you're feeling lost, overwhelmed, discouraged, even doubting your home care dream enough to possibly shut it down, okay, this is for you.
Mm-hmm. So if you resonated with 2 or more of these, type me in the chat.
Does that resonate with you guys? What have you gone through any of that?
And so we do specialize. I'm sorry, I interrupted. We do specialize. Ron says yes. Shay says me. Michelle says me. Lisa,
Tiara,
yes.
me.
Tiara says yes. Terry says absolutely. Kanyat says me. Lakeisha says yes. Yes. And so we do like to specialize everything that we do. Okay. There's so much noise. Patrick says yes. Hi, Patrick. Nakia. Yes. No marketing experience for sure.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normal. Yeah, you don't come out of the womb with marketing experience. They don't give you any marketing experience with your license or your business license or your.
Ooh, Ira says all this is good, but let's get to the point. What is the dollar amount for the investment? Nice. Okay. So I would like to first make sure that everyone has what they came here to get, which is how our people are actually. I'm excited about your excitement, and we are going to talk about that if you want to work with us further. But here we are delivering this training, and we are.
So you're gonna get value out of this training. You're gonna have things that you're gonna be able to take away and use today, as well as with the bonuses. And we don't work with everyone, so we're not throwing out a dollar amount. We're not throwing out an investment. We're not offering to work with everybody on this webinar.
Exactly. So if you're expecting to hear a dollar amount during this presentation, heads up, there will be none. Like Tyler says, we don't even offer if we don't either believe that we can actually help, or two, if we don't actually jive with the person, or if we like really think that the person should be doing something else, which it happened twice in the last month. So it's another conversation, Naira.
Yeah, no worries though. So those of you who said yes, this resonates. That's you. We want to let you know a couple things. Okay. We believe the universe has delivered you to the right place at the right time, giving you exactly what you need, just like as we believe it always does.
Mm-hmm.
If you're suspecting that it's got to be easier than what you're experiencing, you would be absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm. So our students prior to working with us were exactly in the same places we just described, if you resonated.
Okay. And yet, even though they were there, they're today consistently getting qualified client referrals every week for their home care business.
So qualified, by the way, and I don't know if everyone really understands what that means, it's the right type. Okay, so if you only accept private pay, then qualified means private pay. If you take VA or Medicaid and are through MCOs, like, am I saying this right? So if you accept Aetna, Molina, credentialed with specific insurances, then a qualified client referral is for you, someone who has those kinds of insurances.
Yeah. Nice. Can you see the power in that? Guys, dealing specifically with the right type of client referrals. And so this will be different for everyone. Okay. Not everybody on this webinar has a little bit different niche unless you're only private pay, which is also fun.
Oh, and I mean, there's the 20,000-foot view, which is they need, for example, non-skilled, and you are non-skilled. You're non-skilled, they need non-skilled, or they need skilled, and you offer that. Okay, so, and then we go into the insurance aspect or self-pay aspects.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, just all of the above here, Eureka says.
So because there's one common point, where were we before? I got lost. Okay, so seeing the power in this, seeing the power of just dealing with the right type, the like qualified client referrals, right? Instead of just sweating and wasting time over, oh my God, cold calling, you guys, cold calling. So, and door hangers, postcards, and even online advertising. So this is where you would not be spending your time on. That's a lot of overhead. And because all of these other methods do have one thing in common, and it's the fact that they bring you a certain amount, possibly a big amount, of unqualified leads or unqualified client referrals for you to handle. And we are mindful of the overhead and the effort that you would be spending there that you would not be spending in the proper places.
Mm-hmm. So can you imagine good qualified calls? When you have those, you don't need a ton. We talked about that a bit earlier. You just need the right ones. Okay. And if you're thinking, yeah, I get some qualified ones, but I still have trouble turning them into clients or home assessments, at least, that's fair, right?
So absolutely. And this is why there is the new method that we want to talk to you about, because it kind of hits two birds with one stone. We're going to have not only qualified client referrals, but they are also super ripe to sign up with you and not discuss, your prices and stuff, and really ready to move to the next step.
Nice. Elegant, in fact. The best part is our students did not take years, to build this type of elegant foundation. When you understand what we're going to show you today, you'll understand how they did it, and they did it in a couple of weeks.
Right. We just told you guys when we met them, it was all super recent. All of it within the past 6 months, less than a year.
Yeah.
So if you want to do this too, you have to do the same thing that our students did when they started. And this is, by the way, something that we learned from all of our mentors and business coaches. And it's astounding, but real, how many home care entrepreneurs are living their challenges on a daily basis without actually having thought about what specific destination to take their business to. So if you don't have a destination in mind, if you don't visualize that destination, how would you recognize it? Okay, so the trip will look like wandering around and getting lost on purpose.
That's funny. Okay, so let's fix it though, right now, okay? So we're going to have you visualize what you want. Why? Why would you want to do that? It's literally the fastest way to manifest your desires, okay? We do this ourselves as often as possible, and it's not theory. In fact, we've done this and used this process to create some amazing results in some of the most difficult circumstances.
Absolutely. So we're excited that we're going to do this together. We do this together as often as we could, because together it's like we're heightening the vibrations even more. But so this reminds of Dr. Joe Dispenza's retreats and workshops where there are miracles, literally people recovering from terminal diseases. It's like group meditations sort of experience. And so we're excited for you to be doing this in a group setting. Everyone, do play, send your strongest resistance-free signals, raise your vibrations, and watch after this webinar what can happen and all the things that will come to you.
Yeah, don't have to believe it, but it's worked for us and lots of people. We do with everything we teach. We don't require that you believe anything. You can believe whatever you want, but we would encourage you to at least test. So for the webinar here, we're going to walk you through the sequence. Go ahead and close your eyes and imagine what it would be like to have sweet clients, reliable caregivers, who show up when they're assigned and do an excellent job and love their clients. Client caregiver matches made in heaven. Highly qualified client referrals every week. Imagine, okay, how it would feel to have fresh client referrals coming in, to have the confidence that you can keep them, trusted connections in your network who keep sending you referrals because they know they can count on you. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes for a minute. What feelings did you experience? Did you have feelings that you're not experiencing enough of today? And lastly, do you feel that having these things would make a difference in your well-being, your confidence, finances, family, personal growth, business growth? Lisa says bliss.
I just love this first word that popped up. Thank you, Lisa. Bliss.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, reach your...
What did you guys feel? Did it feel good?
Yeah, what specific emotions have you... Motivated, Chantal says. Right? There's a special energy. Relief. Oh, absolutely.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Relief. Feels like freedom. Terry says encouraged. Encourage. Raise it further. There's still some resistance, it looks like. Encourage. So go for it. Like you're there, okay?
Yeah.
Lakeisha says it was calming.
Highly motivated.
Okay, motivated. So
motivated.
It's like encourages. Feels like this is this came back a few times. Tiara says motivated.
Motivated
Dorcas.
came up, yeah,
wow.
quite a few.
Okay.
Awesome.
You do know how that feels like because you have that feeling sometimes, right? That's another topic, to tap into that. But perfect. Yeah. Remember that feeling. Remember.
Yeah. And you can, by the way, revisit this often, and you will never do things you can't see yourself doing. So see yourself doing it and having it as often as possible. Okay. Last visualization real quick. Let's close our eyes again. If you're still staring at my face, that's cool. But for those of you who want to participate, close your eyes. Okay, so imagine, what would you do with a pipeline of client referrals that are coming in consistently? And you had because of that, an extra 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 more every single month. Okay, open your eyes. Tell us in the chat, what would you do if you had that pipeline and that extra revenue? And guys, do allow yourself to talk about personal stuff, not just business. If you want to reinvest, that's fine. But what would you do with that money? It could be, Keisha says, maybe expand. Quit my 9 to 5 now,
yes.
Dorcas.
Yes.
Nice. You got a special place in our heart.
Yeah,
we're with you there.
We resonate, right?
Yeah.
Tiara,
Tiara,
invest in what?
Exactly. Yeah. What would you invest in? Invest and reinvest. Relax a little, Michelle.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Please give that to yourself.
Give that to yourself. Absolutely.
Gotten out to work full time. Grow the business, help family, work more.
Patrick, you would work more with more money? And then work more for what other goal?
Expand the company.
Okay. Things for yourselves, you guys. Super important, because Patrick, work more to make more to give more. Okay. So we're getting there. Where would you give more?
Nice. Hire help and expand. Yes. Hire help. In another business venture. Okay.
Oh.
You may need some clarity there. We're going to talk about clarity later.
Oh my goodness, we had like 2 that told us that, and we dug. Tiara, you may need to talk. Patrick, to my friends and family, and invest in my business. Yes.
Okay.
And how about on Patrick?
Yeah. So guys, we're going to more employees in another location. Beautiful. We're going to keep moving, but do allow yourself to expand this and see, know what it is you would use the money for. See yourself spending it.
And so exactly, see yourself spending it, see specifics in the business. So for example, we had a beautiful visualization exercise in one of the Epiphany calls, and that home care owner was telling me how she wanted to do events in recognition and appreciations of employees, make events so there's a networking between the employees and the clients, and she wanted to be an employer in her town. So she was very specific. So be as specific as you could in the spending as well, okay, or in the feeling, obviously.
Beautiful.
Okay, so who's ready to learn how to do it?
Yeah, so we didn't just drag you through the mud. It's actually super important. You have to be able to see getting what you want, or you really will block yourself. You'll never get there, because we don't do the things that we don't see.
Yeah.
The 4-minute mile, for example, when nobody could see themselves doing it because they thought it was impossible, it didn't happen. But once they open that door of seeing, of visualization, because they literally saw it happen before their eyes with someone else, they now had the belief. So let's jump right in.
Excellent. So here's what we're going to cover. Secret number 1, the new model of getting ongoing, qualified client referrals that works even if you can't meet face-to-face or have failed hundreds of times before.
Super exciting there.
Yes.
Secret number 2 that we're going to share is how to break through with referral sources. Okay, so you may have been trying, but we're going to talk about how to break through, even if you can't go into facilities, and what to say to turn them into long-term partners.
And secret number 3, the critical keys to getting qualified client referrals every week with consistency, even if you're just starting out.
Nice.
So, all right, secret number 1, the new model of getting ongoing qualified client referrals that works even if you can't meet face-to-face or have failed hundreds of times before.
Okay. Who knows what a serendipity is?
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this part.
Okay, so the story of how we discovered this model, this method, this system,
like literally, my heart is swelling right now.
is kind of the same story.
Like you said, spell that. Serendipity.
Serendipity, yeah. I don't know if I could.
So
I use swipe. I don't know if you guys like. I literally. I'm from the tech generation. Sometimes to spell things, I close my eyes and go like this because I have more muscle memory than it's. I don't know if it's sad or exciting but
so the meaning is when something amazing happens out of a challenge.
Nice. But it's so the way that we discovered this is this. It's kind of the same story of people who have failed in business. Some have become extremely successful for the same reasons. Okay. So back in the beginning of 2020, it's a little confusing, but we'll clear it up there. In the beginning of 2020, we were still doing lead marketing for home care agencies, like we talked about. Okay. And something happened. You may have heard about it. Some people call it the pandemic.
Pamela Anderson.
Nobody calls it the Pamela Anderson. I don't know where you got that. Like one person called it that.
Influencers I watch on Facebook.
Then you've got, well, we're not going to go there. Okay. So it changed everything though, right? COVID-19 changed everything. For most of us, it flipped business on its head. Very few businesses, if any, were really prepared for the effects of the pandemic and social distancing. If they were, it was by default on accident. Okay. Some very big names in business declared bankruptcy, and some some may surprise you. Okay. So really quickly, GNC. Did you guys realize GNC filed bankruptcy? They were founded in 1935, filed bankruptcy in 2020. Okay. June 23rd, 2020. Guitar Center. Okay. They were originally founded in 1959 as the Organ Center. And they filed bankruptcy November 21st of last year. JCPenney, founded in 1902, filed for bankruptcy May 15th, 2020. If we're a bit emotional, guys, we're all connected in some way. And these entrepreneurs, they're big companies, so you may not relate to that, but
they all started like us, right?
Exactly. J. Crew. Okay, founded in 1947 as Popular Merchandise, filed for bankruptcy May 4th, 2020. Or what about our nation's oldest retailer, Lord & Taylor, founded in 1826, filed for bankruptcy August 2nd, 2020. And I'm tearing up talking about all of these, but here's one that literally, when I heard it, it took my breath away, and I literally cried. You may see my eyes moist right now. I literally cried on this one. Did you know that Cirque du Soleil completely shut down and canceled all their shows and laid off almost 3,500 performers early 2020? Did you guys know that? You may not be excited by Cirque du Soleil, but it's something I wanted to, a show I wanted to watch my entire life.
Me too.
Okay. Now they recovered.
Right?
Yeah,
Nokia. Yeah.
They did recover. Okay. They came back by the end of the year.
I have goosebumps right now.
But most businesses are not able to do that. Okay. They're unable to come back from that type of devastation. On the other hand, many businesses have thrived. Okay. So we're going to bring, there's the downer to bring it back up. In early 2021, both the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and Forbes released articles showing the top 20 and top 13 models, business models that thrived during the pandemic. Okay, a few caught our eye. So we're not going to list them all, but there's liquor companies did well, right?
Understandably so.
Online coaching and tutoring.
So that's basically our business model.
Right. And any guesses? Home care and home health. One of the top industries that have survived and thrived, Lakeisha, yes.
Lakeisha, yes.
During the pandemic. Okay. So if the very industry that you're in is one that is booming and thriving during the pandemic, where is your piece of the pie? Okay. We're going to show you exactly how to get it. So U.S. Chamber of Commerce also analyzed businesses that have been successful during the pandemic and identified, Lakeisha said, what are we not doing correct? They identified 6 common traits of wildly successful businesses.
I'm so sorry, Nakia said, I need a piece of that pie. I'm hungry.
Hey, I'm both literally hungry and
we're baking that pie for you guys right now.
there you go. Okay, so listen carefully. If you're taking notes, jot these down. The keys were flexibility.
To wildly successful businesses during recession or a pandemic. The pandemic specifically.
Nice.
As ranked by Forbes and U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
This one is just U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, gotcha.
But these are common traits of successful businesses during the pandemic. So flexibility, okay, accommodating the changes that are coming down. Good communication, social responsibility, resourcefulness, okay, drawing from non-typical resources, and this can be in a number of ways. Creativity, and this includes creative marketing and creative delivery of products or services. And empathy, okay, understanding the needs of the people you serve. So flexibility, good communication, social responsibility, resourcefulness, creativity, empathy. When our community of home care and home health owners could no longer go into facilities, we got to work and drew on our backgrounds as marketers. And literally, guys, almost by accident, develop a system where we hit on every one of these key traits.
There's a reason all the success stories we talked about are success stories in record times, right? So we hit all of these points. It's true.
Yeah, and we're going to show you that new system. Okay, so interestingly enough, it actually works better. The system that we developed works better than other methods did before COVID.
So when COVID is over, this is still going to work like gangbusters.
Beautiful.
So the system combines marketing knowledge, home care and home health knowledge, healthcare industry knowledge, and persuasion psychology.
Persuasion psychology. Okay. So here's the system in a nutshell. You've put these things together and you've got an unstoppable force when you can't meet face to face, and even if you've tried and failed before, okay? Regardless. So
first of all, and that is the big new model that we're talking about, okay? And we're gonna go into more items there. So you must have tried so many marketing approaches, online, offline. Online, you got as many advertising channels and results, as many results as you can have in advertising channels. Oh my goodness, I got myself completely confused. But there's online and there's offline, and there's paid and organic. Offline, you have also 2 categories. You have categories where you market directly to consumers, and in that you are marketing either through postcards, door hangers, don't do that, and the flyers possibly that you leave, in places all around. And then you have marketing to people who can send you not one, but multiple client referrals. So these are what we call referral sources. So marketing to referral sources over every other type of marketing. So this is the first key, or the first item that we want to draw your attention on. Okay, so the new method or the new model that gets qualified, because these guys, and the communication part is going to come up, right? But if you communicate properly, they will do the vetting for you, and you will have qualified client referrals. If you do all the things right, you will get them with consistency. Okay, so referral sources, and build these relationships correctly, and you'll be set for life, even if someone leaves the company or changes position. So the wins here are flexibility and resourcefulness.
Beautiful. And I want to point out, this is not just doing some referral source marketing. It's dropping all of the going after people one by one, and doing this only. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So second key is contactless communication. Okay. So reach out to referral sources by snail mail, which we'll expand on in a bit. Then we use phone and virtual meetings and in-person meetings when they're comfortable with it. Okay. When it's consented to in key relationships. So there's the key to making this work is understanding the psychology of the individual that you're reaching out to and the role that they're in. This hits on all of the wins all of the keys that the U.S. Chamber said: flexibility, communication, social responsibility, resourcefulness, creativity, empathy. It hits it all. Okay, so contactless communication, and transitioning to when people are comfortable in person. And because this one is so powerful, this is actually secret number two. So we're going to dive deeper when we get there.
Absolutely. So number 3, progressively intimate follow-ups. Super big item here. Okay, so by knowing where your future referral partner is on a spectrum between stranger to friend, even, okay, they don't have to be a friend, but they could be as close to a professional friend as possible. You can follow up in a way that turns them into your best friend and best business ally. So the wins here are empathy and good communication.
Beautiful. And a lot of people shy away from that word friend, but it's literally something that comes up with our most successful students every single time. So while it's true, you don't have to have each other's cell phone numbers and text on the weekends. Knowing where they're at in the spectrum and following up at the appropriate time in the appropriate way is critical.
Nice.
Sorry to repeat.
Oh no, this is perfect.
But okay, so the fourth part of the system, okay, is knowing when to pop the question. Okay, really ask for referrals too soon. So we're being silly with the phrasing, pop the question. But if you ask for referrals too soon in the relationship, you'll end up in the graveyard of other agencies who try to get lucky on the first date. Okay, sometimes it works, usually not. But wait too long.
You have to have a really good pickup line. we do have that, by the way, but
nice. Wait too long to pop the referral question, okay? And you're going to end up in what we call the home care friend zone, okay? Where they love you to death, but you get no business, okay? So it's got to be at the right time so that you're not on either side of that spectrum. The wins here are empathy, okay? Connecting with your audience's real needs and understanding them, and good communication.
Perfect. And so the 5th part of the system is keeping the flame alive. So using your knowledge of their position, how the healthcare industry works, and how to meet their needs in the relationship, also exactly on where you're good at, will ensure the romance never dies, or the romance never dies. So wins, empathy, resourcefulness, and good communication.
Okay, so nail these 5 things, and you'll know exactly, you'll not only know, you'll experience exactly why Forbes and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce put home care and home health on their list of businesses thriving during the pandemic. We're going to screen share here for a second and show you some of the results of applying the system. So you know it's not just theory, and you can see
We're taking
what's
our word for it.
available for you. Yeah. So let's see here.
Ooh. Can you guys see our screen, and can we see our people responding?
There we go.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Beautiful.
All right, wonderful. So Wanda recently, like it was like a couple days ago, came and said, we have received 3 referrals from their referral sources. And in the last week, she's delighted, obviously. So Melly is reporting here what I told you about. After 3 weeks of absence due to family emergencies, she came back to sign up 3 clients. And also in the interview, she told us that her referral partners were actually inquiring about her.
You guys, you can look at these one of 2 ways. Go ahead. This can be jealousy and wishing, but just understand this is the point is to show you what's available to you.
And if you feel jealousy, you can reframe that by saying, "Oh, my higher self is telling me that I want this. So this is something that I want for myself." So Emmeline was on a roll. She was like scoring one referral partner after another. So here she got another big case manager joining her network. And by the way, so we said referral source marketing, but really the new method is really building a referral network. Okay, so it's not just one referral source, it's a referral network. So it's not just one and one. There is a framework. It's a network, and then there are beautiful serendipities to knowing each other and handling the referrals, your referrals and others' referrals. So Emmeline here is reporting that her case manager is taking her to meet 3 other case managers, and now she has hospital case managers, skilled nursing, home social workers, home healthcare, and I'm reading the testimonial. Home healthcare and hospice agencies referring to me now. I am finally able to say, help, I desperately need staff.
So while you're seeing these, one interesting visualization exercise you could do is imagine that you are the one now who has posted this.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Because you got the result. So,
perfect.
Go ahead.
It's beautiful. So Wanda is saying that she got her second hospital referral today. It's a 12-hour shift, and she had started marketing 10 days before she reported this. And Alaya, she is talking about how actually nervous she is because she got contacted too soon for a lunch and learn with 3 social workers, and for them to meet at the hospital. And she skipped several steps of the conquest plan, which is we're going to talk about in secret number 3. And she's asking for advice. But how beautiful. So we have, I think it's Wanda here, who's talking about a discharge planner who at an assisted living facility, and she offered to add them to their preferred vendor list. And she also asked if they are available to provide 24 live-in care. How sweet. So you guys, all of these guys were really, really new in the business. They were really quite new in the business. So definitely no marketing experience. Right. So you need to stop sharing.
Yep, we're back. Will this be recorded? Now, Kia, this will be recorded, but the bonuses are only for those who are live. So
yeah, because we're going to type stuff in the chat, and this does not come through.
Yeah, you'll get the rest of the information. But
so
if you, I would just to say, if you can cancel or somehow stretch the time,
or send us a note. Okay, send us an email, and we'll see what we can do.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. So
sure. Okay, so you may think, or you may have thought that you need a marketing or psychology degree to make this work, but actually it's not a problem because we've already done the research for you and proven the results.
Yeah, so don't be intimidated by we use like persuasion psychology. It's we've done that work for you. Okay. You may think you need to have a lot of experience in the industry, in the healthcare industry. While it's a plus, it may actually at times be better if you don't. Just because you don't have to unlearn anything. Okay. There may be certain things that you would have to unlearn to be successful. You can just learn exactly the key points that you need. So whether you have it or not, it's not required to be successful.
And you may think you need to be super outgoing to make this work. And it's nice. It's nice, but it's not required because we have developed this work or this method to work for most introverted of the introverts and also the extroverts.
And so the truth is, guys, people are, and as we showed you, people are getting ongoing qualified client referrals every day without meeting face to face and without whether even though they've failed hundreds of times before.
Absolutely. So really here, the takeaway that we want to give you guys is realizing that you're probably touching on a lot of marketing methods, and we want you to hone in on one. So we tested a lot of things, including online and offline. Okay, so you're getting like a concentrate, one conclusion of work that's been done with our money, our clients' money, okay, and just a compounded experience, years. And we're telling you, out of all the things, and also proven and tested and proved during the pandemic. So ditch everything and then concentrate not only on referral sources, marketing to referral sources, but more specifically, if you can build yourself a network. So you would have referral partners instead of just one referral source here and there.
Perfect. Okay. So secret number 2 is how to break through with referral sources, even when you can't go into facilities, and what to say to them to turn them into long-term referral partners. You guys, you already talked about this, yes. But remember, we told you this is such a critical part of the system because it is one of the number one challenges we hear our people talk about or have talked about. They say, I can't market my home care, my home health, because I can't go into facilities. You may remember when you joined the group, there's a spot to put your number one roadblock. Yeah. This shows up over and over and over again.
Oh, on Epiphany calls, we do have that so often where we ask them, what do you believe is your biggest challenge? What do you believe is standing between you and your goal? Oh, if I could just be in the same place as these people, if I could just get in and talk to them.
Yeah, that's right. The other thing that shows up on Epiphany calls when we're talking to people about their businesses and helping diagnose what their issue is, they'll tell us, look, I'm good with people, but COVID really has put a stop to my business because I can't go in. So you may be in that position where you actually how to talk to people. You may be okay at that, but you can't get in.
Do you feel that way, you guys? Do you feel like that? Do you feel like you just need that part figured out and you would be set? We're curious about this, and then we also would have to say something about it, which will come up shortly in the other secret. Okay, so type in the chat. Okay, so Nakia says
yes, I just have to get in the door.
Exactly. So I just have to get in the door. Okay.
That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, it's you may feel like you can't get in the door, and so this
you stayed. Thank you. Yeah, I was like, is it the same Nakia? Yeah, it looks like cool. Sweet.
Awesome. So in this secret, we're going to expand on why it's not actually a problem, but an asset if you know what you're doing.
So Shantavia says, I'm new, so I want all of the info. You're amazing.
Nice.
You're right. You're right. That's how it starts, really. Knowing what everything that's out there and then sorting.
Beautiful.
Okay, perfect. So when COVID first came around, we were also puzzled at first with how we are going to help our people break through.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe sending the right marketing material or a gift or calling them on the phone would be personal, by calling them on the phone and being more personal would be enough, because it is true that when you're more personal, it makes a difference. Okay. But it just wasn't working for our people. We dug and dug until we found a method we talked about earlier. Actually, it was from Dan Kennedy, a famous marketer who used it to sell millions of dollars of
Random products.
Random products. Okay, so what's the method?
What's the method to break through? It is a method where you actually send non-professional, counterintuitive, right? Non-professional looking, handwritten, personal letters.
Yep. So if you've been around, you've heard this from us, but if this is the first time I heard it, it may seem a bit unlikely. Send an unprofessional looking personal.
I'm sorry, I said non-professional. I stopped there. Like, look at the non-native there. Non-professional looking. Okay, it's not non-professional sounding or non-professional looking. It's different.
Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, can you imagine? Everything needs to look professional, right? Well, not in this case.
Yeah, exactly. As a business owner, you're like, I wanna look professional. I want a professional logo. I want a professional yada. I want a professional everything. I want to just look like I'm established.
Yeah, and so it's not unprofessional, but rather more personal that you're going for here. So here's how. Okay, it's not enough just to send a handwritten letter, though. Okay.
And it's not the entire letter that's handwritten anyway. So
good point. The biggest part of making this work, so if you're taking notes, write this down, is doing your research on the person who you're reaching out to. Okay.
So we were talking about what to say to make a great impression and build that relationship and partnership. It comes down really to what to say, and what Tyler was saying is so critical. It's not about you. It's about them. Okay. Talk to them about them. And this is your value proposition.
Yeah.
Them.
Because actually, your customers and the people you reach out to don't give a shit about how cool you are unless it applies to them. Sorry.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that you really need to nail when you do this. One is the introduction, which is relating to them. Okay. The second thing is the value proposition. This relates to this needs to relate to their specific role and their specific needs. Okay. So you're going to match what you have to what they need. It
will be different whether this person is the director of marketing, a discharge planner, a social worker, in the elder law industry. Okay. It's different for everyone. You can't make a cookie cutter letter.
Good point. Yeah. So you really want to dig in and do your research, which we've done for our students. But if you're doing this on your own, you need to do your research really well.
But the advantage is that once you do your research on one industry, one specific role, you could reuse portions of it for other letters.
Nice. And then the third thing that you need to nail when you write this is a call to action. Okay, that's marketing speak for telling somebody what they should do next and how. Most people leave this off their marketing. This should be on really all of your marketing. Tell them what you want them to do, because when you leave it off, it's absolutely killing.
All your efforts.
Your efforts, yeah, because people see a cool thing and they don't know what to do next. People actually love to be told what to do. I don't mean that in a condescending way.
Yeah, it's like, make it clear.
Yeah.
What is it? What do you want? Okay, don't think they will guess. Okay, like it's obvious or it's inappropriate. Oh my goodness, this is a terrible approach to go for.
So when we were testing this, at some point we were testing everything. Everything was just testing. Okay, and we got lucky. We didn't have to do too much testing because we took a proven method and applied our home care, home health, healthcare industry knowledge to the method.
We're pretty good on copywriting and persuasion psychology, so it was a nice combo.
Nice.
This guy, copywriter.
Thank you. So we nailed the three items there. We did a little bit of testing, but we nailed it. Terry, handwritten letter on letterhead, no letterhead. Not only did we nail it, it worked. Okay, like gangbusters.
So we have basically helped our people lay the foundation so that they make a great first impression. Whether the people can get back to them directly or on the first shot or not, they make a great foundation. They lay a great foundation, super solid for a long-term relationship, because you only get one shot at a first impression.
Nice. Yeah, and not only, yeah, the first impression, yeah, don't bomb this.
Yeah.
make sure you do it right. But also that first impression determines how the rest of the relationship goes.
Absolutely.
So take our student Melly, for example. We talked a bit about her earlier, super outgoing, successful businesswoman in another industry. Okay, gets into the home care industry and boom, almost no results, no clients, almost no clients for an entire year. The clients she did get were personal referrals, right?
One was personal and the other I forgot, but yeah.
So the real problem is that she didn't know how to get in touch with the right people and stand out in a way that breaks through the noise. And then from there, she didn't know how to not only break through, but turn that into a long-term relationship.
So she used our training and specifically, parts in the training, and then also letter templates that we had for her in our training, and then the guidance that we had for her to get what I was mentioning previously, at least half a dozen callbacks on the first shot after sending a batch of letters on her second week being in the training. And so 3 client referrals on the spot. The impression was so good, you guys. Every time she was commenting on how smooth the conversation was going, and the trust was immediate, and the client referrals were given immediately, and she signed up on her day 10 in the training. So nice. You want to share her posts? Yeah.
Sure.
So it's funny, you're going to see the progression. I love that she actually documented her journey in that way. So this is Melly saying that she sent out a first batch of outreach letters on Friday. And this was a Monday, you guys. And she just got a call back from one of the contacts. Call went great. Caps. And so here this morning, received yet another call. This was on a Wednesday. And I can remember this because I'm a woman. I remember everything. And 2, because this was recent. And
I didn't say a word. Over here trying not to be in trouble. I don't know.
Actually, my memory doesn't work that great all of the time. But so this morning I received yet another call from one of my contacts, and the conversation just went straight into them wanting to exchange info for referrals. I didn't even have to ask. Isn't that amazing? Okay, keep going. And so, guys, this is still Melly. Guys, I'm literally crying right now. Today, one of my contacts reached out to me with 2 potential clients. I had my first visit with one of them, and they have been approved with their insurance. Beautiful. Happy dance. So this is Shamara, and you'll find this in the free group. She sent out a batch of letters on Monday, and a few days after, she got a phone call for a meeting. And then she reports that she got another phone call to meet during the pandemic, also from that same batch of letters.
Nice.
So this is Wanda. So same thing, letters when written specifically for the persona and to speak to them. She got a call scheduled today, that day, with a hospital social worker.
Nice. Yeah, guys, we want you to be the ones posting this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So this is Emmeline. Did you guys know that your letters are fire? I win every time. She got I forgot what that was because she's from our first cohort, but she was selected in among Michigan businesses. Did you remember what it was?
Not exactly.
Oh my God. So that was see memory. But anyways, she's saying that the letters are fire, and she kept using them over and over, and she kept having the response, and that's how she built her referral network. Remember her post on referral networks, and she has now staffing to figure out. So that's her. So Wanda has a callback from a discharge planner. That was 3 days after she sent her letters, and on the first shot. So this is Darren, and got 2 callbacks from contact letters, 2 meetings set up, and that was. We need to come back to this because he also used the clarity exercise to make this flow so beautifully. But that was beautiful.
Nice.
And so one of the 2 people he met with, they have a magazine with their partners, and they were gonna print Darren's agency on that magazine. So they were including him and his agency in the online and the paper-based magazine of referral partners. How incredible! And so in the other one, they were drafting a partnership or a contract, an agreement. So that was beautiful.
Oops, going the wrong way.
Excellent. So this is Sophie. She sends letters, and then she actually even not copy paste, but she puts a screenshot of the response that she got. Hello, Sophie. My name is Jennifer. So I am the marketing director here at Independence Court, which I believe was an assisted living. Suzanne, which is the director that I believe she tried to reach out to, had given me the letter you sent her. I would love to be a part of your network group. Also, I would be interested in setting up a lunch with you and see how we can best partner together. When are you looking at doing this? Sincerely, Jennifer. How amazing. Open doors, welcome, red carpet for you guys. This is what we want for you, okay? Not begging, not feeling miserable, no low self-esteem. We want you to thrive. We want you to feel like this is for you.
I still get energized reading these. It's
I know,
super
right?
exciting.
So Ilonda, she sent out the marketing letters, and she passed out candy jars, and then she got her first private pay client, and that was amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So awesome.
Did you guys try? Who here tried to send letters to referral sources? If no, you can say no. Because we have seen home care entrepreneurs actually try themselves with. Magda says yes. Oh my goodness, beautiful. And they have not been very successful. Like the most they got was send me your marketing materials. So
yeah, that's you don't want to hear
without success. Magda,
okay.
Yeah. It's an art, okay? So it's like a lot of things that were put into making these letters for them to be that efficient.
Yeah. And so you may think you actually need to be really good at writing to make this work. It's actually not a problem if you're not, because we have templates, okay, for specific types of referral sources for our students, and then we help them. For those who work with us privately, we help them tweak them individually to make sure that they are on point.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, first of all, I appreciate your efforts, Magda, and going into the right direction. And you can see sometimes you're like right there. It is the way to go, but there's one other tweak. And sometimes all it takes is like a tweak. Okay. No, Michelle. Oh yes. Oh yeah. You got the letter templates. They are not supposed to be handwritten. We actually we're in the class as well. So no. So it's what we recommend is the envelope to be handwritten. The inside does not need to be like you can obviously you handwrite your signature and possibly your phone number. But you
can handwrite them, but you don't have to.
Yeah, don't, especially if you have we want you to go for some numbers of batches, but don't handwrite the entire letter. No. But what we were saying is non-professionally looking. So you're going to receive a personal letter. Your family doesn't send you something that's printed, right? So it looks personal. So the envelope will be, or the address will be handwritten. So Loria says, are the letters that can be used the ones you have? That can be used. So do you mean the letters that we were speaking about over here? The letters that we have? I'm not sure I understood the question. Did you get the question?
No, maybe she can expand.
So the letters. Oh yes, okay, perfect. And we're gonna talk about this. So Loria is saying, I have seen some letters that you have a link to. So on the in the group there is a super popular post which we're gonna be talking about in secret number 3. It's super popular because people at that we had a few first testers and it was working, and then we had a lot of people inquiring about the letters. But at that point there was we discovered something, and we stopped selling the letters by themselves. Okay, so we do have the letters, and they are only available through our training and coaching program, and we'll tell you why in a minute.
Nice. So. A few other quick things about the letters. You might think that you need to spend a bunch of money, and it's not the case. Okay, if you do your research right, you're not blasting this out. You're doing your research and customizing them and sending them to a few key people to get really targeted results. Okay, you do not have to meet in person to keep this going. It's entirely optional. And with some people who are not comfortable or not able to meet in person, it's actually better.
Yeah, so we had some of our students actually ask us how to tweak the call to action according to their preferences. But it is also true that a lot of our students have met in person and have done tours. And I forgot to include that screenshot, but Melly had 10 tours in one day, and all of it cascaded starting from the letters.
Nice.
So you talked about this, right? So this is like the non-contact or contactless outreach approach that help people not only break through, but also lay an amazing, solid, elegant foundation for building the relationship. And it makes everything easier. You know, your follow-ups will be easier. You will know so much better what you're going to talk about when you're going to get back to them. Again, to keep the flame alive.
Yeah. Truth is, people are reaching out and getting connected to hard to reach, coveted referral sources every day, getting callbacks on many times on the first shot. Okay. And then turning those into long-term partnerships using this method. So.
Absolutely. So here, takeaway for you guys is, if you we're wondering how to break through and how to get to your referral sources. So the big hack here, or the big solution here, is we're telling you what actually worked for so many of our students, is the personal letter approach, which means personally looking letter. And then inside, it's doing your due diligence by researching the role of that person and speaking from the perspective of how you can help them. Okay, so this is going to be referral source specific. We cannot have like one template for everyone. If this is what you have, this probably is the problem to why you're not having any results.
Interesting. Okay.
So
unannounced bonus secret 2B. Okay. We named it 2B because it's after 2. It's 2 and the letter B. It's after secret 2 and before secret 3.
Yeah.
So, okay. So when we're putting all this information together for you, and guys, you guys are troopers. We realize that we're going over time, but we're going to keep talking. We're going to keep giving you the information because we said we would. Okay. So there's just a lot here, and we want to make sure you have it all. But when we were putting this together, it occurred to us there's a couple things that hold people back, okay, frequently. One is not enough confidence, okay, not enough self-confidence, okay, and then another is not enough clarity, And this takes a few forms. It can be clarity in what you want. Okay. If you don't have clarity in what you want for your business, you'll be pursuing the wrong types of clients, wrong types of employees, the wrong partners to as referral partners. So that you need to have a very specific clarity on that, and then clarity as to what it is that's actually holding you back tactically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then what we found was missing was the right mindset about self-confidence, the right mindset about partners. Okay, so that's confidence and clarity. And the right mindset about employees, that's clarity. The right mindset about clients, that's clarity and abundance.
So you see a pattern? Look, you don't have to be in the mindset to understand and make this work for you.
Or like me a few years ago, I didn't even know what that entailed.
That's okay if you're not, or you don't, you're not into that, or you don't know what it entails. But here's what you can realize: without enough self-confidence,
Oopsie.
Things won't work for you. But with enough self-confidence, things will work for you that actually don't work for others, or maybe didn't work for you before having the confidence.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So when you know exactly what you want, that self-confidence is attractive. It's you emanate that. You are not seeing it, but others feel it. Okay. Your referral sources, your referral partners will feel it, and you'll get the referrals and in places where you haven't had them before, or others don't have them. And you're going to experience a lot of things also a lot smoother and faster.
Yeah, just because of self-confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you know what to look for in potential employees, you will hire the right people. But if you don't have clarity around it, you don't know, you're not going to be looking for the right things. You won't have your eye out for those things.
Mm-hmm. So when you know exactly what types of clients to look for, who don't drain your energy and suck the life out of you, is it familiar? So each sign up is rewarding. You will not dread those signups, and you will not sabotage your business. So because you know they're going to give you and your agency the energy instead of draining energy out of you.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can also realize that knowing which tools to use at the right time, that by itself brings confidence. Okay. And we help our students select exactly the right tools to progress through whatever they're going through in the face of can be small stuff or tremendous adversity. Okay. So
we have a few examples. This is interesting, right? Because it is not tactical, is not strategy, it's not materialistic. And yet we still have results from clarity exercises. Okay, so do you want to share?
Yeah, let's share. And then if you'll go through these, I'm out of water. I'm going to go grab some more water.
Here.
I'll grab us both water. Okay, so share screen. Okay, go for it. I'll be right back.
No worries. Okay, you guys are mine now. So Nicole, here's the backstory of Nicole. Nicole had an amazing start, and she actually connected with the assistant director of the funeral home that was highly connected with other funeral homes. And upon performance, he was telling her that he basically is going to refer her to his entire network. So that was fantastic until something came into the process, and there was some ghosting going on from his part, and Nicole even had a referral to this referral source's funeral home, and even with that, they would not get back to her. She contacted them. She was doing on the paper the right things, and she was starting to get puzzled and actually wondering if that's the end of the game, like really having to talk to people that really you don't enjoy talking to just because you need to hang tight and have their business. So we like put everything, all the tactical stuff aside, and we had the clarity exercise, things like what you have done at the beginning of the webinar, and clarity exercises on the ideal type of referral source that she wants to work with, or the ideal type of clients that she wants to have. And so Nicole did this in her car. So we had the coaching call in the morning. She did it in her car. When was it? What did she say? So she said someone, a friend, called her asking literally what her ideal client would be, like in the exact words, in these exact words. And so they connected her, and they're like, I know a hospice agency and I'm going to connect you. And so less than like in the morning after, she was basically connected with the referral person at this hospice agency. So Darren is, I mentioned Darren before, and this was exactly, it was the same, I believe it was the same, was it the same call? I'm not sure. Actually, this one was another call, but we had him do a clarity exercise, and because there were some things that were stalling, we did a clarity exercise, and then the callbacks started coming.
Yeah, it's so Lucy, we talked about this or showed this for the letters. It's because they did come from the letters, but it's not the first time you sent them out. It was after the mindset exercise.
Exactly, and this is why it's secret to be, and it's actually a key to unlock all of the keys, you guys. Okay, so we want to really try to put all the components for the things and how they worked. But yes, so both of them were actually an ingredient to make this happen. So we had Rajwa, who Tyler was saying that she had set an intention for 15 clients for a 6-figure business, and she's amazing. She's super mindset oriented. She rolls with the exercises. She sets her standards as high as she possibly could think of, and she reaches that, and and it shows. She set her mind to only attracting 24 private pay, you guys, and I believe that she had at least 2 other referrals that were 24 private pay post discharge.
24/7.
24/7. So, and like for one client, it's and their spouse, it's $14,000 monthly revenue. And so Melly, our superstar Melly, is discovering while she's in the training and testing.
Did we tell you guys visualization was important?
Go
ahead and share.
It's not like, okay, don't say that we haven't warned you, but she's learning things with us, you guys, and in the mind we have a mindset coaching call, and she's trying to work what actually works for her, because there are meditations and visualization techniques that might not work for you, and so what works, the method that works, is the one that works for you. Okay, so she tried a few, and there was one that she was comfortable with, super simple, and then she does that now consistently, and she knows that she needs that to start out her day for a smooth day. And she says, I can feel something coming, because you just pause and you allow to receive, right? So anyways, so this is one of the secrets of a top performing student. And we have, I believe it's Belinda here, where she says she's not a starter in business, but if she had these tools to begin with, her mindset would have been in a totally different, far better perspective. And so Belinda is the one who started closing 20 plus clients on average every month. And here she's basically saying that she's playing things on audio repeatedly. And these are tactical stuff, you guys, but and she does say that her favorite call of the mastermind call is the mindset call. And so these are secrets of the top performing students, you guys. Okay, so she does not miss coaching calls, mindset coaching calls. Okay. All right. So who's So who has meditation or journaling practices or visualization practices? Who uses that? And if you don't, say no, and it's totally fine. Totally fine, because I would be excited for you, because there's a lot of power. There's a lot of power into using these tools.
Mm-hmm.
For your personal life, I have reprogrammed so many things that I thought were in my DNA. You guys, like anger management. So it's journaling.
Yeah.
Michelle, this is fantastic. It's fantastic. What do you journal about, Michelle? We want to know. So the headline, basically. So it's is it past events, or are we talking about different things like appreciations and intentions? Terry says, I just bought a 100-day goal journal. Have never done it before. Oh my goodness. Past events. Okay. So for Terry, oh my goodness, I'm super excited. Grab it and use it. Absolutely do use it. Because again, if you have your intentions and goals clear, you will recognize, like, you will recognize them when you will get there. And so you will attract that a lot faster. Because it's clear. There's so much serendipity in the clarity. Michelle, here's one tweak. Past events are going to keep you in past vibrations and make you attract more of the same. If you want a different result, you basically have to be a different person. And a different person doesn't take all that much. You can change one reaction to something, and that's going to snowball. So the tweak for you is to journal about Michelle says, so true. I am game for that. Yes. So journal for future events, and just like in the visualization exercise, it's granted. Your words are orders. Okay. So, and then pause and take notice, appreciations as well. Pause and take notice of all the things that delight you. Okay. So yeah, I love it. Michelle is awesome.
Nice. Guys, if you lack, if you don't have the self-confidence you would like to have, or you haven't clearly defined every detail of what you want for your business, you will find yourself stuck at some point. Okay, you're going to hit, John Maxwell calls it the law of the lid. Okay, it's in reference to leadership, but you're going to hit a lid. And in order to be truly successful, you've got to raise that up. Okay. And
which, by the way, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the water. It's so nice and fresh.
You're welcome.
It is awesome, you guys. Super, super thoughtful. And seriously, I mean, the copywriting, it spills into his copywriting because there's truly a person who cares behind.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you were saying, what were we at? I'm sorry.
I was just mentioning that if there's a lack of self-confidence or lack of clarity, it is going to get in the way. It is going to cause a stall.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And so this is why we help our people laser focus their clarity and find the blocks in our epiphany calls. And it's amazing how many things that come up and are now seen as, self-sabotage behaviors that were not seen before. So it's like, I am wanting this, but I am dreading this, but these kind of happen together. So I'm actually applying opposite forces. So we do a deep dive in our epiphany calls, and we try to extract those blocks.
Nice. Yeah. And for those who do work with us one-on-one, we work through any and all self-confidence and internal blocks. So on the epiphany call, we'll help identify what they are. And sometimes, depending on the time we have, give some tools. But when we work one-on-one with people, it may be obvious to you, or it may not. When you uncover one issue and you remove it, you go further, and then you hit something else. And sometimes there's a few layers of those something else, like right in a row. So you need to work through those, and we help people get through their internal blockages that hold business back. And sometimes those blockages are actually highly personal things.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes it's just time dependent. One thing triggers one feeling, and then we bring it up on the day and time, and so we work on that. So this is why it takes a few sessions. Secret number 3, you guys. Okay, now we did secret number 2B. Okay, this was the unannounced secret, which was it's a biggie, you guys. It's a biggie. Every day we have like a tracking thing for all the practices that we need to do to keep our mindset on point, because that's basically how we attract the things that we want faster. So secret number 3, the critical keys to getting qualified client referrals every week with consistency, even if you're starting out.
Nice.
So the challenges, and this is coming back to what Loria was talking about, the challenges home care people encounter after they break through is consistency. And so basically how to have client referrals keep on coming. So they get a call back, they even get a referral, and that's pretty much where it stops.
Nice.
And so this is what I was talking about, Loria, that there is a post, super famous post in the group where people want to purchase the letter templates. And every time someone requests that link now, we go and explain to each person that we now only offer them as part of our training coaching program, Nonstop Client Referrals, because okay, they truly work beautifully, as you saw other people's testimonials about, to connect with as home care or home health owners, to connect with coveted referral sources, and to make a great impression. But we also realized, after having observed those who only had that, or really anyone who was able to break through and get that first client referral, is that they also needed the training and hand-holding on how to take things from there to actually win the referral account. So in our coaching program, we call this the conquest plan and also the roadmap. We definitely don't have time to go in the weeds of the conquest plan and our roadmap, but what's important here for you to know is that it takes 2 elements to build this piece right. So number 1, you need to know the steps required to build a referral relationship, then partnership, then network. Because as we told you, the model is a referral network. So you need to know the steps. If you know the steps, you can better brace yourself. Like the 4-mile example that Tyler was saying. So if you know, you will be able to better, you know exactly where you're at in the process. You don't get discouraged or stop when you're not supposed to. And so number 2, you will encounter situations that are very specific to you. And there's no amount of pre-recorded or pre-recorded training or prepared tools that can prevent that. So there will always be custom situations. And this is why we're here to help in real time our people in coaching calls. And so we listen to what's going on, and we actually uncover the real issue behind the stated issue, and we work on that. Just like Nicole, she came to talk about an issue with a referral source. We went and turned it around and found out that there was a lot of things going on, okay, a lot of doubt, a lot of yuckiness about feeling weird about the referral network. And so she was kind of repelling that. And we had her do a clarity exercise, and it was fixed in less than 12 hours.
So awesome. So who here has seen the inside? We're gonna take a little detour here and do a parable. Who's seen the inside of a piano? Soundboard, back, or who's ever tried to tune a piano? Maybe anyone?
I have not.
So I'm going to show you guys.
I kind of saw the inside. I saw the inside because I saw pianos and played piano, but not like you though. Definitely did not see it that way.
So let's scroll here. Can you guys see this? This is the inside of a piano. This is the soundboard with the strings. There's a point to this, so hang tight.
Could you guys see it? Yes or no work?
I'm sure it's showing.
Okay, yeah, same, me too.
So
it's getting late on the East Coast.
Okay, so we'll keep rolling here. So on that image, there's the soundboard, strings, the bridges, and this piano is out of tune. Okay, with a guitar, it's pretty straightforward. If you tune a guitar, you take each string, get it to the right tone, so it matches the right tone, and you're done. Pretty straightforward. With a piano, every string you adjust changes the tune of the entire board. Okay, it kind of pulls on the sides. Every adjustment affects every other part of the board. If you adjust something on one side, it affects all of the rest. Everything cascades. Okay, and I forgot to mention actually that weather can totally affect and change how the adjustments are made, and the kind of adjustments you need to make, and which adjustments you make. So what's the point? Thinking back to the image that I showed you, where do you think we should start?
Yeah, go ahead, you guys.
What do we do next? Go ahead. We'll wait.
I would have no clue. I would start and then destroy the entire thing up, and then we'll want to create Control-Z in real life.
Control-Z. So here's the point, and here's why in the hell we're talking about a piano and home care marketing. Your business is like a piano, guys. Okay, and home care is unique, which if you've been around long enough, a few months or a year at least, you know this. Each adjustment you make in your business affects other areas of your business. And what that means is, unless you've spent years diagnosing home care businesses, it's not always obvious where to start and what to do next. Okay. And there's a point to all this, so hang tight. If you go making adjustments in your business, not knowing exactly what to do next, it is likely that you're going to start fixing things that aren't broken. You're trying to figure out where the issue is, start making adjustments, and wouldn't that suck? You got things that actually are on point and things that aren't, and you grab the wrong things and make adjustments. Okay, you do this, you're going to end up frustrated, and you're going to feel lost, and you may already be there. So that's why we prescribe a done with you approach, helping our students build the foundation of their business. Once you understand, implement, once you've done it yourself and done it over and over again in your own business and have success, you can go train somebody and do that.
So that they can do the marketing piece for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of, and it's understandable, there's a lot of fantasy around handing that marketing piece to someone. If you don't know how to evaluate what that person is doing, if they have no track record in what you're asking them to do, you're probably all set up to fail. Okay, so it's super important that you do the work, you understand what it entails. Yourself need to be guided, because you don't know how to tune a piano. The problem can come up from different places, and once that's done, it's beautiful. You can get it rolling, and then you can delegate.
Beautiful. Yeah, we want you to have a business that plays beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got some notes here, and there's stuff I don't recognize. So if you want to,
no, it's testimonials
mm-hmm.
From essentially. So we're talking about here in secret number 3 that you need to have a plan. Okay, so we in our training call it the conquest plan. So this is basically how to win each referral account, and then there's the roadmap, which puts everything together and tells you like really week by week what you should be doing. If you don't have clarity over what you should be doing, there's likely an issue, and it's going to show, and you're going to be doing some random things and some undesired things. But so all of these people that we would be showing here, if we share the screen.
Well, that's why I don't know if you wanted to pull these up or
sure, yeah,
you just wanted to talk about
absolutely, yeah, let's do that. So it's interesting to recognize the things when they are happening. Our coach has a beautiful hashtag that's called "It is working," but you have the plan in place, you're implementing, you start to see things happening because, well, basically you know what's going to happen along the way to get to this beautiful place where you do have the referrals, the ongoing referrals. Okay, so it first starts with a callback a callback, and then it goes on to getting 14 clients, halfway through the month. So this is Belinda, and she's sharing one of the months where she did 20 plus closes. Someone who, Alaya, who had shortcutted the conquest plan, and so went straight to the Lunch and Learn. And we do have people who are super grateful just from the clarity that they got from the mindset coaching. So
we go back really quick.
Mm-hmm.
You may notice she said we were so nervous.
Mm-hmm.
We worked with her on this, and that's one of the things we like to do with our
students.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Is when stuff comes up, there's hand holding, and we get through it together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because we don't want things that are beautiful, okay, to actually hold you back or attract things that are undesired. So yes, Sophie and Jinesh, that were showing a lot of appreciation for the tips, the strategy, and the mindset that they had from the calls, and same thing here. Oh, the fact that you actually are connected with other home care and home health owners. This is one piece that our people actually love, and they like. It's also more of the voyeurist aspect. You get to actually see what other people are doing in their home care or home health. Where are you at? What have you used? And everyone is super actually helpful with each other. It's beautiful. Yeah. We have people who specialize in different things. VA, Medicaid, paperwork. LTC insurances, we home health referrals, and a lot of things. And so staffing, it's beautiful how everyone, once they cracked that piece, they went on, they encountered other challenges, and they cracked those challenges, and now they're helping each other. It's amazing.
There's some of that in the free group and in other free groups, but the nice thing about the when people have invested in their business, these are not just random people giving random advice.
Exactly.
So, and as Janesh said here, we're truly glad we signed up and took the course and are part of the wonderful coaching team and all ambitious, hardworking people. So he's not referring to only your coaches; he's referring to the community.
And he mentioned the words either friendship or family.
Yeah.
Right. So it's you mentioned this once. We have an amazing free group, but at some point you're like, it's the blind leading the blind. You don't know where the advice is coming from. Versus when you are with other committed and invested people, it's a different story. I was amazed, and I was absolutely thrilled to be able to even access that kind of quality people and coaches with money. It's like, oh, you actually can do that. All it takes is you just put an amount and you can access quality people. It's quite amazing. So and then others who are just as invested and really committed. So
yeah.
I think, is that it?
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Actually, I'm not sure.
Oh, Magda says, thank you so much for everything you do for us. You're so sweet.
Super sweet.
Thank you. And so this is Sophie saying, and she's doing the business with her daughter. And so we had I think a couple of mom-daughter duos, and then couples as well, and then also solo owners. And she says her daughter, she says, you guys are worth $1 million. Thank you so much for taking the time to break it in a beautiful way. We are all walking each other home.
Mm,
Okay, you guys, we love to root for you.
absolutely. Okay, so let's recap. And we've got bonuses and
Actually, a surprise. Yes.
a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
maybe I don't know if we were talking about the same thing. I was gonna tell them there's an opportunity for some of you guys that'll be really worthwhile. But
and a surprise that comes with it.
So secret number one, the new model of getting ongoing qualified client referrals that works even when you can't go into facilities, or if you've tried 100 times before and failed.
Secret number two, how to break through with referral sources, even if you can't go into facilities, and what to say to turn them into long-term referral partners.
Number three, the critical keys, which there was the little mindset one we snuck in, but get your mindset on point. Keys to getting qualified client referrals every week with consistency, even if you're just starting out. So, question for you guys. Can you see, for those troopers who are still here, we know you guys are the committed ones. And it's not that some people who had to drop off, but there are some people who just, they're not here because not that important to them. So congratulate yourself. You're still here. But can you see how this would work for you using these secrets? Go ahead and pop in the chat. Can you see how applying these would benefit your business, how it can work for you?
Chantavia says yes. Terry says yes. Ron says yes. Michelle says yes. Patrick says yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you
guys are awesome.
Yes. You had a nice setup. Can you? Magda says yes, so we can see the chat. Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so let us ask you a question. Who wants to do this now? Who wants to do it and do it right for sure in the next 8 weeks and beyond? Ron says me.
Michelle, me. Patrick,
Michelle,
me.
Patrick,
Terry, me.
Terry.
It's our core crew.
Yes.
Nice. So you guys, at this point, you really, Terry says me, you really have two choices. Okay. You can go it alone. And obviously that's fine. We're not here to convince anyone of anything, but you can take everything we taught you today, go through the trials, the mistakes, have a takeaway here, takeaway there, so that's option one. Option two is you can get it right and be coached and directed by someone who's done it already and helped others be successful over and over. Mm-hmm. So guys, what would you prefer? Option one.
Type 1 or 2 in the chat if you resonated with 1 or 2, and really no judgment. Absolutely no judgment.
Shantavia has a question.
Yes. Would it be best to wait until I get my certification to start marketing, or should I start putting my name out now? So what kind of certification is this? Terry says 2. Ron says coached. And Shantavia, type your specify what certification it is.
All answers are fine, guys. If you want to go it alone, type 1. If you prefer
Patrick says 2.
To work with somebody who's been there before.
So I'm like, I'm not one. So this is someone in the team of our coach, and she's like, yeah, she's not there to convince anyone to work with her. She works on trauma. What does she say? It's trauma removal, basically. But she's not there to force anyone to get to work on their goals. And she tells them, when you're tired of your own shit, come talk to me.
Nice.
Which it is exactly what happened with me personally. I was like tired with my own shit, and so I got a coach. And so that's when things actually started happening. Shantavia, she says, I just submitted my application to the state, so I'm waiting to get my provisional license. Oh, okay. And so
so let me jump in here, because the answer to your question is sometimes you need to start marketing right now, sometimes not. It's actually a bit more. There's a bit more to understand that we need to know before we can answer this question properly. Okay.
Oh, Patrick, have the same situation. I'm sorry.
In general, you would not wait to start marketing, but there may be some tweaks. So it depends on how close you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need to understand that. Okay, so for those of you who said,
because we did have Zakia, and she's a former caregiver, and she was also waiting on her license and the surveyor. It actually took a lot longer. She thought it would take like 45 days, and it took actually a few months. But she had an amazing relationship with the people that she used to work with. It was super easy for her to get a jump start. So like Tyler said, we may want to...
nice. If you're marketing now, just we should not be coaching right now, but we're out of time.
Sorry.
It's okay. If you're marketing right now, though, guys, just be honest about where you're at. That's all. People appreciate that.
Oh, Patrick, you're good to go. Congratulations. You got your
nice.
license today. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, for those of you who said that you are ready to do this and do it right in the next 8 weeks and beyond, 8 or 9 weeks, we have opened up 10 spots to work with us and be coached by us directly. So if that's you, we have the next steps for you. And this is to head to nonstopclientreferrals.com and then book an Epiphany call. So
we'll pop that link in the chat.
Yeah.
So you can.
Perfect. Oh, I don't put the W.
No worries. I do. Okay. So we'll.
Okay.
If you're, let's talk about what this is. But first, I just want to mention, please don't bother to apply. If you're, and this is not an accusation and no judgment, but if you're one of the people who buys a course and then or program and doesn't show up,
don't book a call and don't bother. So you see, our goal is to put you in the success stories that we're showing here. Okay, so we want you to be there. For this to happen, work needs to be done. so if you have the tendency of actually not doing the work, it might not be a good idea to book the call.
Yeah. But if you are if you've stayed this long, I'm sure this is you, but if you're home health owner who's been in business, for at least a year, or you're really, really, really ready and committed, truly ready to step up your game and start playing from a place of clarity, it's time. So if that's you, go ahead and fill out the application. The call is there is no charge for the call. Okay. The purpose of the call is for us to talk. We'll ask questions and understand where you're stuck and what's actually causing that stuckness.
It's a 3-minute application form, and it will give us elements to conduct that diagnosis session. And we are going to try to actually detect what's causing the stuckness. We'll listen not only to what you're saying, but actually what you haven't yet realized. And so that breakthrough might actually be super close. You might feel it right now that you're like on the verge of something. So it actually is really close. All of the people that we told you about, they recently did everything that we told you about, and they had these amazing success stories. Janesh and Premal going from 45 hours to 500 hours in less than 6 months, weekly hours. Okay, so it's often right under your nose, but you may not be looking at the right thing or looking at it right. So this call is designed to help you get to it. And on the call, we'll talk in great details about your vision. We love talking about our clients' vision. Okay, so without a vision, you're going to run out of energy and juice, and it's not going to be really so worth it at some point, or too many points for you anymore. So we'll flesh it out. We'll make it visceral. So be prepared. It's super intimate, you guys. It's safe. And we get together and we create a clear path from where you are today to that vision of how you want and need to end up.
So, yeah, we'll really dig into your business and look at that path. What does it look like to get from point A to point B? If at that point, so that's for you, okay? Those are for our people who are ready, who are committed. This is their time. If at that point we're able to support you more deeply, and that's something you want to explore, we'll make an offer, and you may be one of those 10 people that we work with, okay? But honestly, we don't want to work with anyone, and we don't work with anyone that we're not 100% sure we can help.
So in the group, you can see testimonials from people who talked about our epiphany calls, and actually we guided them towards other ventures that they have their heart and eyes set on, okay? And so they spent $40,000, $50,000. They were ready to invest in the home care, and we told them with all the love and genuineness that this is not what they should be doing. We're coaches for a reason. So it's not for everyone. We are not offering to work with us closely, let alone all the cases that we really don't jive with. We don't make. So Aya was asking about what's the price. No, we don't make an offer. Truly, we don't make an offer to work with everyone. Truly. Mm-hmm. So it's really when there's an amazing fit. This is why we're seeing these results, because the vibrations, the fit it's a perfect match.
Nice. Yeah, we're really good. I would say we're really good. We believe we're the best in the world at helping home care and home health agencies build client referral networks and build those businesses. But what we do is not for everyone. So if you want to get on a call and dig into your business, see what's going on, and get some clarity around what your best next step would be, go ahead and book a call. If we discover that what you want to do and where you're at is not what we do, it's not a problem. We'll refer you to someone else if that's the case. Or in some cases, like you may find out that home care is not actually for you. So you'll get to make your own choice, obviously, but we would tell you that. Okay. In absolute worst case, you'll have spent an hour talking on the phone with somebody who's able to lead you into a depth of clarity that you would have never experienced before.
So, you'll finally be free to drop the busy work and move forward from a place of crystal clear confidence and clarity. So the epiphany calls are made for that. We had people tell us, this is why it's called an epiphany call, because they really did have epiphanies during the call.
We've worked very hard at making sure that's what we draw out of that. We want to help you find those epiphanies.
So if that sounds like something you're ready for, then go fill out that form and pick a time that works for you for us to talk. We exceptionally opened up actually more slots tomorrow. We have an interview tomorrow. We opened up more slots tomorrow and even Saturday. This is exceptional. If you're watching the replay, this is no longer available. We don't work during the weekends, except for some posting. But we do. We did do that for our live attendees. So can I talk about the thingy that I said? I'll bring it.
Come to. That's my very American French.
So if you actually book a call now we are offering, I'm not sure if it's to the first person or to one of the people who will not only book a call but end up working with us. We're offering a website. We're building your website. It's a not only beautiful website, it has the principles of persuasion psychology in it. Referral sources love it because we did it for some of our students and they reported back that they love it. It's also leading the person to actually take the action that they're supposed to. So it's a beautiful website that will place you in a place of authority. It's super fast to load. It says just the right things and it will make you proud and it will make an amazing impression. So if you want to do this, like do this now. Do this now.
Nice. Yeah. So, guys, Patrick, Michelle, Ron, Terry, Magda, Shantavia. This is it. Okay. Moment of truth. Are you actually as ready as you say you are? It's okay if not, but I hope you are. Because if you're ready, there's nothing subtle about the change that's coming for you. Okay. So
I love how you put it.
If you're ready, if you're truly ready, go ahead and book that call. We'd love to get on the phone with you. And I think that's it.
Yep, that's it. And we're going to drop the 2 bonuses that we had for you guys. Yes, absolutely. So thank you so much for coming in here live. If you have tried your way to getting any kind of traction on social media and it did not work for you, we have some kick-ass hack. And this hack got our people, former attendees like you, I have so many examples, like connections with social workers in I don't know, like assisted living facilities, rehab facilities. We had someone closing a first full-time private pay client within the day where she posted it, and then 4 or 5 more private pay clients in the 10 days after that. And we had that same person actually starting to be noticed and being invited to a chamber of commerce, to an event, to speak in events. And it was a cascade of amazing things. So it's like, it works amazingly. So we're going to put the link to the Ninja promo post, you guys. So the Ninja promo post is a post that you should post on your Facebook, your personal Facebook profile. You put it as a public post. Okay, you just customize your location. Okay, possibly if you're home health, maybe you will tweak the type of things that it should be fine. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us. There should be just a location to tweak, and then engage with the people who share and like and comment your post. Okay, so we had incredible things. One of our students got 2 people actually transferring from 2 home health clients transferring from another agency to be with her in the same 24 hours. So this is bonus number 1. Bonus number 2, if you are after the so coveted private pay clients, we do have a list of referral sources that we recommend you go after. And so that list is right here. So it's the list of private pay or referral sources that are most likely to send you private pay client referrals.
Beautiful.
There you go.
You guys who hung to the end, you really, really earned the bonuses.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
So
it's so funny how we put our names, Tyler and Yasmin Sharif Absal. Oh
yeah, God. Right. It's
like it snuck me in the middle. It sandwiched me.
I forgot what I was saying. All right, cool. So, I was going to say, guys, if you have questions on the promo post and you book a call, we can, after we understand more what's going on in your business, we can help you with that. So
perfect. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We so appreciate you. We hope that you got clarity, because this is the number one thing to go off of to build anything sustainable. And we enjoyed your warmth, your vibrations, and we really hope to have you as one of our success stories, because we love people thriving. We love helping people achieve their purpose, get in there faster, and then move into the next adventure, or just having clarity as to what they should be doing.
nice. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
We'll see you soon.
See you
Talk to you
soon.
soon. The link, Patrick said, thank you both for what you do. Truly appreciate it.
Oh,
You're welcome, Patrick.
you're welcome. Thank you.
Shantavia, thank you so much.
Thank you,
You're
Shantavia.
welcome. Yeah, thanks for the appreciation. And guys, the link to book a call is in the chat, but if you needed it not in the chat, it's nonstopclientreferrals.com, and you can go apply to talk with us.
And it's still on the table, you guys. If you are in a process, and we have seen so many poorly designed websites that actually kind of disserve you. So it's I'm super excited to be giving this to one of you guys. So, but really, I'm excited to connect personally. We love the stories, and we love people's passion. What's going on?
Somebody booked a call, so congratulations.
Oh,
I'll
my
talk
God.
to you soon.
Ron, we will talk to you soon. When are we talking to Ron?
I don't know. We're not telling the whole world.
I was
Ron. I wasn't sure if we should call him out, and Dr. Yasmin's like, it's Ron. So, but thankfully Ron is cool. That's me. All right, man. Ron, looking forward to it.
We're super excited to be speaking with you.
All right, guys.
All right.
Ron, we'll talk soon. Anybody else who books a call, we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.